Hey there guys, this is Obsidian Chill. Got another video for you today. And when my fellow North Americans log into the server today, you will find a brand new bounty, a part of Lady Blackhawk. Once you collect your mission, you're going to pop over to the Hall of Justice here. Or the Death Metal Hall of Justice, or the Doomed Hall of Justice, whatever it's referred to as. And right in the center, we're going to find Barbatos, which you'll remember from DME. So I'm going to touch on the new feats that we get, because there's a bunch of new feats. Also some crazy new feats they added. They've gone overboard on the no death feats, which is funny. And then also after that, I'll put the timestamps in, but I'm also going to break down and kind of go through what you should expect to look for this bounty as well. So let's touch on the feats. So in regard to the new feats that have been added, we do have quite a bunch here. So there's 4 for the duo, defeat the Furies after locking down 2 at the same time. In the following orders, that's 6 more duo runs that you have to do. Defeat Stomp on the Sheet and Mad Harry within 10 seconds. Complete the Elite Duo without using a consumable. Defeat Barbarous 1 time, which he's already saw. Defeat 10 times. Defeat 100 Nightmare Bats. Defeat the Nightmare Superman summoned. Defeat the Nightmare Wonder Woman. The Batman. Complete all the feats. We have to complete the new duo without any players getting knocked out. We have a rare Alfred box. Interesting. So I guess that's a new pet. We have defeat the source, collect the source wall rubble. I'm assuming those rock within 15 seconds. That's normal, elite, and the same thing for elite plus. We have defeat all the Dark Knights within 12 seconds of the first one to fall. 8 seconds in elite and 8 seconds in elite plus. That'll be interesting. Defeat the one who laughs without anyone being knocked back by a stunning force. Defeat the one who laughs without players getting... without allowing his callous anger to progress to beyond initial stage. That's elite plus. No death feat for normal. No death feat for elite. And no death feat for elite plus, the entire raid. So we got some interesting feats ahead of us. I think there's some more as well being added. I can't recall. I'm missing some of them. I think the Hard Knot ones are new. I don't recall those being there before, which is basically just defeat Superman, defeat Ultraman, defeat Devastator without using a consumable or supercharge. And then the no death feats for normal and elite for the alerts. So these are old ones. So they definitely have taken the no death feats seriously, because we've got no death feats for every single level of difficulty for like the duo, for the alert, and for the raid. So this will keep players busy for a while. This one is going to end up being the new Epic Odyssey feat. So that's ironic. Probably the hardest feat since Epic Odyssey. No death for the entire raid of Source Wall, and it's only a 2-star. That's funny. That should be like a 4-star. So we'll see how this plays out, and we'll go back to some bounty farming. So taking a look at the bounty itself and what they've done to it, it's actually quite interesting. So essentially, to best set yourself up, because there are a lot of counter feats. So there's the 50 kill for Barbatos, then there's basically the kill 10 of the side nightmares, which is Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, and then kill 100 of the Nightmare Bats. So ideally, to set you up for this, I know it's going to be hard kind of with like dog piles of players doing this the first day, but it's really difficult to get these counter feats if everyone is just killing Barbatos. So really the tank should be separating it, or a controller with like the lasso artifact if you have that at like rank 200 to drag them away. But really, ideally the way you want to do this is separate the Nightmare ads from Barbatos, because for whatever reason they do take a while to break. So what you have to do is... you see these things on the side here, these little like weapon terminals. They will grant you the death metal guitar, which is basically the 2-handed weapon. And then actually the interesting thing is that it grants you full access to the 2-handed weapon tree. So like I'm not spec'ing the 2-handed at all, but once you pick up the guitar, you can do full like doom spin, home runs. The full weapon tree is accessible to you. And what you have to do is break or do enough damage. It seems like you have to do enough damage to it, and then it just you'll see the text where like the nightmare is broken free of the chains. For whatever reason, it takes forever to kill the nightmare, or to break the chains of the Nightmare Bat. They have to be buggy, because it doesn't seem to kind of give you any indication. I'm assuming it's just kind of like a damage figure that has to be reached, because they're assuming multiple players are going to be doing this. And don't be worried, you can pick up the death metal axe and then continue your might rotation. For Prec players, yeah, it's going to stop you from using Flurry Shot because you'll have two-handed. So then if your Prec player may not want to pick up the axe and leave that for the might players or the support roles or whatever, because you can still use your loadout fine, but it's going to change your weapon. Other than that, you can see us beating on the Nightmare Bat. I mean, its health is fluctuating. Once the chains drop, the Nightmare Bats have like no health. They'll be dead instantly, and you have to kill 100 of them. When the chains drop on like Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, they're pretty much like a sub boss. Like they have high health, which is why you don't want to have them right beside Barbatos, because once Barbatos dies, all these will disappear. So it's going to make it really tricky for you to get those counter feats if like everyone's just killing the boss instead of killing the ads. So what we did here, we had one tank drag Barbatos away, and then another tank drag the ads away. That's ideally how you want to do it, because then you can maximize, because they will keep spawning. So it makes it the counter feeds really quick. The Nightmare Bats are going to be the longer one because, like I said, they have to be buggy. It doesn't make a lot of sense. I will mention as well, there's a lot of instances where you'll get knocked out of holding the death metal guitar. So you'll see these like AoE pools that spawn on the ground. They don't really do any damage, at least I couldn't tell. But they do stun you, so that causes you to drop your axe. Sometimes randomly, your axe will disappear. Your axe will disappear for sure once you break the chain. Like if you break a chain on the Nightmare Bat or one of the sub-bosses, then your axe will disappear and you have to refresh it basically. But other than that, it lasts pretty much indefinitely, but you can be stunned out of it. But really combo-wise, I mean, Home Run or Doom Spin, I think, is probably the best way to go. Because I'm assuming it's a damage threshold you have to reach. And other than that, it's just single target. But it's definitely a unique bounty in terms of, I mean, the counter feats aren't too bad. Like I said, it's only 10 for the side bosses, 100 for the bats, and then 50 for Barbatos itself. And then there's like a 3-star feat for collecting all the feats. But it's definitely a neat bounty. I will say that the Death Metal Washington DC bounties, in terms of like the Bat Mage, in terms of the Dark Knights, they did a really good job on the bounties, making them different. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty straightforward. I mean, like I said, if you can separate the bosses from the ads, it makes the counter feats really easy, and then after that, it's just basically grinding to the 50. But I mean, if you you need some kind of coordination, because like I said, most likely on the North American server, you're going to have like, 30 people standing here, or 50 people, whatever the max server size is, or phase size is. And they're just going to be dogpiling on Barbatos and doing AoE pulls and attacks and stuff. So it's going to make it annoying, because Barbatos is going to be dead by the time you break the chains on Superman, and then you have to single target him down. So that's why just kind of focus and get your group sorted right away in terms of breaking it quickly and separating the boss, and you'll get those feats really quick.